everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure vehicle review. Today, we're going to be looking at the McFarlane DC Direct Batman the Animated Series Jokermobile. This is a gold label Target exclusive, and the box is enormous. Now, the Jokermobile was teased many years ago when DC Direct was still a thing. Unfortunately, it was cancelled, DC Direct crumbled, went under, but McFarlane absorbed DC Direct and got access to all the old molds. So hopefully, we'll see more of the cancelled DC Direct stuff get releases. In the meantime, let's take a look at the packaging, which is giant. As you can see, part of the Gold Label collection. A Gold Label figure is simply a retailer exclusive. Whether it be Walmart or GameStop, this particular Gold Label is a Target exclusive. Batman the Animated Series, the Jokermobile. It has light-up features. Here it is on the front. Top of the box, pretty similar. The back of the box, you can see the vehicle, examples of the action features. At the bottom of the box, there's the barcode, if that helps anybody, and you need some AA batteries to make it work. So with no further ado, let's open it up. And of course, I did get two of these vehicles, one of which to open and enjoy, the other one to keep unopened in my complete Batman-related unopened action figure collection. Alright, now that this vehicle out of the package, here it is with all its accessories laid out. It doesn't come with any traditional accessories, simply a collector's card. Let's get that out of the way real quick. Collector's card, Jokermobile from Batman the Animated Series. On the back side, there is a description. If you want to read that, pause now. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get back on track with the Jokermobile. Of course, everyone knows about the Batmobile, and this is sort of the Joker's version of that. Now, I thought to myself, I don't remember this ever being in Batman the Animated Series, but I actually looked it up, and it was an episode of Batman the Animated Series, Season 2, called The Joker's Wild. Some casino, there was a Jokermobile display, Joker stole it, and wrecked it within about a minute, and they made this vehicle, which is pretty freaking awesome based off that small little cameo scene. The Joker has had the Jokermobile in the comics time and time again, usually in the 50s, 60s, Silver Age, kind of a joke, mocking Batman. That being said, I think this is a really cool vehicle. It's really big. It's actually a four-seater, believe it or not. McFarlane didn't design this originally, but they're known for making two-seater Batmobiles into one-seaters. It's refreshing to actually see a four-seater vehicle. Now, I don't anticipate this to fit with the 7-inch figures, but we will check that out later in the video. Now let's take a look at the Jokermobile. Starting with the front, it's got the Joker's face, big smile, and you can see it's all transparent. That's where the light-up features will come through. Pointed nose, teeth, eyes. Here's the sort of engine on top of the hood. As we go further in, I notice the roof is not fully connected to the sort of frame here. The seats are kind of an orange color. We have two seats in the front, two seats in the back. This top part actually comes off to allow you to put your figures in here. It has wheels that actually spin in the front and the back. The front ones actually rotate forward and back. Overall, I'm very pleased with what I'm looking at. Backside, no lights, no license plate. The bottom, totally flat. That's where you'll enter the batteries. And it takes 3 AA batteries, so it's not a weird kind that you'll have to go to a specialty store for. So, as a whole, it's better than I expected. And a closer look at the Jokermobile. I will admit, it's kind of basic as far as the sculpt goes. Everything is a flat surface. There's very little texturing and detailing. Kind of bland from that point of view, but it still looks really good. Here's the Jokermobile from the right side, and then here it is from the front side. Look at that smile. And then from the left side, exactly the same as from the right side, and finally from the back. Just looks very bland back here. Could use maybe some lights here, at least some stickers, a license plate. Just looks really bland from the back side. Here's a look at the inside. You can see it's got the dashboard here. It looks like 2 eyes and a smiling mouth. Another button or panel here. And lower down has the gear shift, which has a little give to it, but it doesn't actually move. And a bunch of lights below that. And it even has a pedal for his feet. The steering wheel turns just the littlest bit. But cool thing is, it actually turns the wheels. So, kind of impressive there. And then here's the Jokermobile, broken down as far as it can go with all the removable parts detached. You can take the roof off to easily put your figures in and out of the seats. You can do it without taking the roof off, but it's a little bit more pain and hard to get them exactly in the pose you want them. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at the Jokermobile, let's check out the measurements so you can see if you can accommodate this thing. It is pretty big. So, as far as how long it is from front to back, looking at almost 19 inches long, probably 18 and a half. As far as how tall it is, about 9 inches tall, a little bit more. And as far as how wide it is, from one side to the other, just about 10 inches wide. Now I wanted to check out the action features of this thing. And there's really 3 main action features. Number 1, the wheels move. They spin around. They are connected to each other. The front ones also spin around, but they have the nice detail of rotating so you can sort of turn the vehicle as you're driving. The second action feature, it has seats where you can actually sit the figures. It has room for 4 of them to comfortably sit in this Jokermobile, with room for them to stand on the sides. And then the last feature, and probably the most impressive one, is the fact that it has a light-up feature. Here's the Jokermobile with the lights off, and then here with the lights on. You can see the eyes and the mouth are lit up. In addition to that, it does light up the inside here. You can see on the floor, it's got some red lights, as well as some red and orange lights on the dash. So, here's the Jokermobile lit up in a fully lit room. And here it is, lit up in a semi-lit room. And here, lit up in a completely dark room. You can really see the effect nicely in the totally dark room. Light up face, the features on the inside. Now, let's get some action figures in this thing. We'll start off by putting some animated series Joker type figures in there. Then we'll compare it with a bunch of other vehicles. And at the end, we'll check out different action figure lines and see 6-inch figures, 7-inch figures, what all can you fit inside this thing. Here's a DC Direct Batman the Animated Series Joker in the driver's seat. Fits just fine. A little bit of a pain to get his legs around the steering wheel, between the gear shift and all that stuff. Just kind of move around a lot. Also the tail on the bottom of his coat. You gotta kind of move out of the way to allow him to sit down. It is very tight in there, but it fits. It's good clearance. Looks pretty good. And I'm sure I could even give him to hold the steering wheel if I really, really wanted to try that hard. And then I added Harley Quinn to the passenger seat. She's a much smaller figure than the Joker, so it was super easy to put her there. And a ton of wiggle room, although feet don't really go too much far forward, so she kind of stays in place. Kind of like Batman and Robin, Joker and Harley Quinn in the Jokermobile. They don't really make a lot of 6-inch scale Joker thugs. Hell, they don't really make a lot of 7-inch scale Joker thugs either. But I took these 2 Mattel Movie Master Joker thugs, which scale up decent with the animated stuff. Take Joker here, stand him next to them. They're pretty much the same height. The Movie Masters are maybe just a tad taller than the Joker here. So I took these 2 Joker thugs or henchmen, put them in the back seat, and the way it's designed is kind of odd. We have the 2 characters in the front, and then the back seat, which is significantly higher than the front. Just a really sort of odd design for a vehicle. And if you look at the clearance, could probably fit a 3rd thug back there. Now it also almost has like a 3rd set of sort of seats back there. I don't know, maybe I can put the hyenas, Bud and Lou back there. But the other question is, are these figures too big to shut the top, or is it going to work just fine? And the roof does fully shut, complete clearance. Figure, his head is sort of touching, but you can move him around. Not bad. You see the 2 guys in the back there, 2 guys in the front. Legit 4-seater vehicle. And to answer the question, yes, you can easily fit 3 of those Movie Master Joker thugs in the back. And yes, the top shuts no problem. Now let's take these DC Direct animated figures, Bud and Lou, and see if they fit in the back with the henchmen and Joker and Harley. And you know what? I would say it works. We have Joker and Harley Quinn in the front, 3 henchmen in the back, and even further back, Bud and Lou. It may not look super great, but they fit in there just fine. So, a lot of options. You could always use the back part for storage, maybe large weapons, a rocket launcher, big Joker mallet, etc. Ton of cool stuff with this, surpassing my expectations so far. And that's actually pretty impressive. Here's the top on there. We have Joker and Harley Quinn at the front, 3 henchmen in the back, and in the very back, 2 of the hyenas. And it all fits with pretty good clearance. I mean, it's not perfect. The head is, touching the top. Hyenas don't look super good back there, but it all works. I love it when you can actually put your figures into the vehicles, and the appropriate scaled one, 6-inch figures, in the 6-inch scaled vehicle, and it all works fantastic. In addition to having 2 figures in the front, 3 figures in the back, and there are 2 hyenas or animals in the very back. You can put 2 figures on the side, and then 2 more figures on the other side, accommodating a lot of henchmen. Now there's no peg for the peg holes in their feet, so there's no real stability. They'll fall over pretty easily, but that's not the point. It can be done, and that's really cool. Here's a look at the Jokermobile riding through the streets of Gotham, coming right toward you. And here's sort of a side view of the Jokermobile. Lights lit up, driving through Gotham at nighttime. And then we have the Batmobile chasing after the Jokermobile, high-speed chase. You know Batman's going to overtake him. Now let's check it out. Next to some other vehicles. Starting off with some other Batman the Animated Series vehicles, then some other Joker vehicles in my collection, and with a couple other McFarlane Bat vehicles. Here's the DC Direct Batman the Animated Series Jokermobile, next to the DC Direct Batman the Animated Series Batmobile. Then, next to the almighty DC Direct Batman the Animated Series Batwing. Then, next to a couple of DC Direct Batman the Animated Series Batcycles, we have the original version on the left, and McFarlane's blue re-release on the right. They even made Roxy Rocket's Rocket from the new Batman Adventures. And now check it out, next to some other Joker vehicles in my collection, or vehicles that I use for Joker vehicles. Here it is, next to the old Toy Biz Joker van. I wish they would make an updated, larger version of this. And here it is, next to a couple of older Playmates Ninja Turtles Foot Soldier cars. Work great for some purple Joker cars. Then, next to a couple of RC radio-controlled cars. These are 1/12 scale, and I kind of use them as purple Lamborghinis like in Suicide Squad. Even though they're probably more red than purple, but beggars can't be choosers. And now, next to a Mattel Wreckin' Slam Cycle. Because of the purple color, I thought this would be good for a Joker motorcycle. And here it is, next to an older Kenner Jokermobile. This is also from Batman the Animated Series. And here, with a Fisher-Price Joker Cycle or Jokermobile. Then, next to this Joker Lizard or Dinosaur, it has a Joker throne on top, where Joker can ride it. It's for a smaller scale figure, but it works with the 6 or 7-inch Jokers on top. And now, with the older Toy Biz Joker Cycle with sidecar. And here, next to a couple of Kenner Dark Knight Collection Joker Cycles. And here, with a couple of Hasbro Batman Beyond Joker Cycles. And while not exactly a Joker vehicle, here it is next to 3 McFarlane DC Multiverse Joker Dragons. Joker can ride on this thing, so in some ways it is a vehicle. Here it is, next to a couple of Mattel Batman Missions Joker Helicopters. Here it is, next to 3 different McFarlane Fortnite Quad Crashers. They have that sort of weird, grinning, smiling face in the front, so they work good for Joker vehicles also. And finally, here it is next to the McFarlane DC Multiverse 1989 Keaton Batmobile. Now let's check out some Joker figures from different various companies in front of this vehicle, and we'll see which different company Joker figures can fit inside the vehicle. Here's some McFarlane DC Multiverse and some DC Direct Joker figures. They scale up pretty decent on the outside, maybe a little bit too tall, but it can be worked. And not entirely unexpected, but the DC Direct and McFarlane Joker figures are too big for this thing, just not enough leg room. You can kind of get them in there, but as you can see, their butts are nowhere near close to sitting on the seats. And if you wanted to put the top on, not even close. And then here are some Mezco and Mattel Joker figures, scale up a little bit better on the outside. Here's both the Mezco and Mattel Joker in this thing. They sent the seats quite a bit better than McFarlane DC Direct versions, but I think they're still a little bit too big. So you can see from the front, they look pretty decent. Mattel one, butt's not quite in the seat. The Mezco one is actually doing quite a bit better. Not exactly on the seat, but pretty damn close. He's maybe a tiny bit smaller, but better articulated. And then, of course, add the roof piece on. And you know what? They do actually fit in there. Pretty cool. And finally, here are some Mafex and SH Figure Arts Joker figures next to the Jokermobile. So they scale pretty nicely with it and look like they should fit. And it looks like they do fit. So you can see at the front, looks pretty decent. Mafex guy, butt's not nearly on the seat. But the SH Figure Arts fits like a glove. And of course, if you take the roof piece, attach it there, bam, absolutely no problem. These guys fit in there just fine. Well, might require a little finagling around, get him a little lower, but he's not really going to sit on the seat. But they can actually fit in the vehicle. Very cool. So overall, this is a really cool Jokermobile. Now, when I originally heard of it, I was kind of like, that's cool, but really nothing for my collection is going to fit. The DC Direct animated stuff is smaller than all the rest of the DC Direct stuff, and that always frustrated me. But this vehicle has surpassed my expectations in almost every way. First of all, it's bigger than I expected. It can actually hold 2 6-inch figures in the front, 3 6-inch figures in the back, and then animals or weapons or cargo in the very back. It also has room for guys on the side. So that alone is very impressive. A lot of light-up features are pretty cool. Not so much in a fully lit room, but in a dark room it looks pretty nice. Now it could use some customizing. Some of the paint job is very bland. The engine on the front, very bland. The backside, very bland. But overall, I am extremely pleased. For $60, I think it's a great value and a fair price for this car. It doesn't come with any traditional accessories. It has a removable roof. That's about it. The turning feature with the steering wheel connected to the front tires, it's very nice. And I just sort of like the look of this thing. Like I said, my only complaint is it looks a little bit bland in a lot of parts actually. But it's really cool. It's going to fit in great with my Joker collection. Another vehicle for the figures. In addition to that, I'm really happy that at least some of the 6-inch figures, like Figure Arts, Mezco, Mattel, and Mafex, can technically fit in there, even though it may not look perfect, and they can fit with complete clearance with the roof. So if I were to rate this thing, I'm probably going to give it a 7 out of 10, and I kind of want to give it a higher rating, but there are some things that frustrate me about it. Mainly, I can't put the McFarlane DC Multiverse stuff in it, and that is not exactly unexpected, but I was hoping maybe there's a chance. Still, it's a great vehicle for your 1/12 scale, 6-inch scale Joker figures. Not so much for the 7-inch. It can be a great background prop piece for those guys. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure and vehicle reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.